Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome back to another edition of the Poetry of Painting. So it's really nice in the UK, having been a little bit cooler than it was the last week or so, when it was a little on the warm side here. So it's just a really pleasant temperature today. And we have a very pleasant guest to go along with our pleasant temperatures, and that is the returning songstress, artist, poet, Rosie Hodson. So bear with me. Let me just get Rosie on the screen. Hi, Rosie. How are you?
Hi, Fiona. I'm fine, thanks. Are you good?
Good. Yeah, I'm keeping very well, thank you. Yes, and I do love that hot weather, but it's nice just being a little bit cooler, I think, for when you've got things to do and you're not just lying by a pool with a drink in your hand and whatever, reading a book. Oh, Ritesh is on. Hi, Ritesh. Good to have you on the show.
Oh, hello, Ritesh.
So it's been absolutely one of my original poets from way back, because this is now the 70th show, would you believe? So I know I never would have thought it.
I never did get around to counting how many I've done.
Well, and Ritesh has been with me through thick and thin on these shows. Thank you so much, Ritesh, and sharing your wonderful poetry as well. So great to have you with us. So Rosie, this week, and Chris is with us again. Hi, Chris. Good to have you here with us. This week, you chose a painting here called Sunset Rendezvous, which is in oils on gold leaf on stretched canvas. And it's, what is it? I think it's 16 by 16 inches square, this one. Either that or 40 by 40, but I think it's 16. Anyway. So again, as with all the other poets, I don't tell you anything about the painting to start with. So what you see or what you've come up with is just your response to the painting. So I can't wait to hear it. And Ritesh says that's so nice of me. Well, it's lovely that you've been with me on all of these shows that you've done, Ritesh. Thank you. So Rosie, thank you again for coming back. And are you ready for singing us your song?
Yeah, just about. I didn't know what it was called, the painting.
Right.
So I've done my usual thing and go completely rogue and it's not really about a sunset, but hopefully it become apparent.
But it's what the painting said to you, and that's what's important.
To me. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Hang on. I watch the dark sky torn apart, the dull grey ripped asunder, as the fiery serpent in the sky slides through the rumbling thunder. He slithers out a searing path of burning, glowing fire, rising above the blackened trees and swerving ever higher. His scorching coils tear uncontrolled through heavy sulphured clouds. Oppressive beauty takes a hold above the gathering crowds. The air below, once stagnant, is now whipped into a gale, while 7 brave young seagulls hitch a ride upon his tail. The leaden air hangs dank and heavy, forcing pressure on the earth, preparing this unhallowed place for the scorching serpent's birth. reddish bronze and yellow gleam above the sodden ground, as the fiery serpent in the zenith rises heaven bound.
Oh, that's absolutely gorgeous, Rosie. I love it. Just
Thank you.
so descriptive, and I can see where you're coming from with that serpent and the fieriness. And I forgot to put the painting up to start with, but anyway, people can see it now.
I didn't notice. I was trying to get my fingers right.
Absolutely. No, that was fantastic. And Ritesh says, wow, he loved it.
That is
absolutely, Ritesh. That was marvelous. I love it. It's just, Chris says he likes the minor key. So your new minor chords have paid off.
Yeah, I've been working on those, Chris.
And Ritesh says, so soothing, Rosie. And it was, but it just, I found that it just really drew me in and gripped me. I wanted to just hear the story and keep going, you know, just wonderful. Thank you.
See the seagulls? I don't know if they are seagulls, but that's what they suggested.
They're birds of some sort.
Right on his tail.
Absolutely. And who can see what birds they are at this distance?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, magic. Thank you. Will you allow me to post that in due course on social media as well? Again, thank you. Because I'm sure people will love to read it again. I'll leave it a while so that it's a surprise for them. Oh, Stephanie's joined us. Hi, Steph.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, thanks for coming on. Lovely. I think you've just missed Rosie's poem. I don't think you were on in time. I don't know, but do go back and watch it on replay to hear it. It's a poem and song, and absolutely gorgeous. I think you'll love it, Steph. Night Dragons, I think. So, yeah, fantastic. So tell me what you've been up to lately, Rosie. I think you've had a very busy time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's been a bit crazy. June and July are a bit crazy. We had a little holiday in Paignton because we've got some friends who were living around in North London, and they were friendly with us, and then they moved to Paignton. And so we now have a free holiday a couple of times a year if we want to. We can go and stay with them, which is great. They've got quite a big house, and their kids aren't, well, one child's living, not one child, I'll say 20-year-old is still living there, but the rest are all gone.
Yes.
And we had that hot, the week that preceded that really hot week, so it was pretty good weather. And we went in the sea. I did an early morning swim at 8 o'clock in the morning with her. It's 15 degrees. Probably she does it in the winter. I don't think I fancy that.
Oh my goodness, no, sorry. Nice warm pool is my sort of style of swimming.
Once I was in there, I didn't really want to get out, and then we did go one more time in the middle of a day, which felt warmer, to be honest. And then what else have we? We had we went to something called Folk by the Oak, which is a big folk festival in Hatfield in Hertfordshire. And the Proclaimers, the Scottish twin, they were the headliners. And I used to love them when I was younger. I knew all the songs, so we were up the front, jumping about. That was really good. And then the following weekend, my second daughter graduated. So I had both graduations this year because the older one had to wait 2 years for hers.
Right. Yes, with COVID.
And that was a hot day. That was nice. Yeah. Really good.
Oh, lovely. Well, congratulations to both of them as well, of course. So magic.
2 psychologists, budding psychologists.
Yes.
Wow. Gosh. And I think you mentioned
what you need the words for.
Oh, sorry. I'm on air here.
What songs do you need the words for?
I also know what songs I need the words for Folk Club. You can't get the staff these days.
You can't remember?
The Ash Grove and I'm sorry about
Reclaimers?
This.
The Reclaimers song?
Yeah.
And the Ash Grove?
Yeah.
What's the other one we're doing?
Oh, dear. I don't need Soldier and Barista I've got.
Okay.
So we've got to do 4 songs tonight. That's the other thing I've been doing a lot of, as you can see. Yes. There you are. The evidence is on a Wednesday night, so about 7:45, we go down to the local pub, and there's like a little, what they call it, the schoolroom, and it is an old schoolroom next to the pub. And we go in there, and usually about 10 to 15 people, and everyone is allowed to sing at least 2 songs in the first half, and then if it's a bit short, 1 in the second. So you have to keep getting new songs learnt as well for that.
My gosh, you are very, very busy. Yes. Oh, Martin says he missed it. He'll catch it on later.
Thank you, Martin. So, I think it might appeal to Martin as well. These dress very good.
I think it will. Yes, yeah, because it's sort of it's not like Martin's poetry, because you've all got such very different styles. But I could imagine him really appreciating it. So Martin. Get on there and watch it, because it is amazing. You'll love it. Stephanie says, busy, Rosie. Yeah. There's always so many things to do and just never enough time, is there?
If I'm not busy, I don't know. I need to be busy, really. I thrive on being busy.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I did accidentally share onto the screen, but I've got a painting of yours.
Oh, yeah, that's just that pop up.
Well. So let me put it back up on the screen now, because I just think this is a beautiful painting. And is this one a commission, Rosie, or is this one done?
This is a commission, and if the house that you can see in it at the front, on the back of the painting rather, the same lady, well, I think it was her sister actually, asked me to paint the front of the house in 2020. It's one of my earlier ones. So it was quite a surprise to get this email saying, you painted my sister's house 2 years ago, and now I'd like you to paint the garden now.
Lovely.
But it was lovely. I really enjoyed doing it, and I think it's something I'd like to go into more, is to paint people's gardens as well, or rather than their houses, but certainly as well as. Yeah, I have done quite a few.
I love the dappled light in the foreground on it as well.
Yeah, I do. That was fun to do, because it was
tracery.
I mean, I've exaggerated it, because that's how I do tend to. I exaggerate anything that I find beautiful.
Yes, yeah. But I think that's such a fantastic endorsement as well, that you did the one commission, and now they've come back for another one.
Yeah. That was quite a nice surprise, to be honest. But all the plants are accurate. Is that me or you? All the plants are accurate in that she sent me the names. I sent her the sketch first, and she wrote the names of all the plants on all the bits of the sketch.
Oh, right.
And then I had some of them I'd never heard of. I had to look up. And so then I tried to make sure that everything was like more or less in the right place and the right colour, right shape.
And it just works. It's so lovely. It really does work. And this is your normal watercolour, I presume?
Yeah. Someone said to me the other day, because one of my daughter's friends actually that we met at the graduation, she's also an artist. She doesn't she doesn't play with watercolour, and I showed her this. She said, "Oh, you use watercolour very dry." So I think that's what people would describe. I do. I don't go on watery colours. And the only watery thing on this is the sky, and that was the only thing I used the watery effect with.
Yes.
The rest of it is quite thick.
You get lovely depth of colour into it,
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people do, but you do see some watercolours, and they're all a little bit pale and wishy-washy. But you've got some lovely vibrant colours in there, and it works really well. And that's your style. It's not your style to flood the paper and put different,
I gave it a go, but it wasn't for me, really.
Yes, and this is your style, and it shows through in your work. Your work, if it comes up on Facebook or Instagram, I think, there's one of Roses, and it is.
Oh, right,
it's recognisable as being
yours is like that too. Although
you.
You do so many different things, it's a bit more difficult. But definitely with your landscapes, I can tell it's.
Yeah. Oh, good. Thank you. So, so is this finished now? Is it gone off to its new home?
Well, no, because I think I'm waiting, because the lady who ordered it. It's the sister of the client, of the lady who's going to have it, and she's was just about to have a baby 2 days ago. So I think I might have to let that happen.
Yes.
And then hopefully get that sorted afterwards. So I've got the deposit. Yeah.
I mean, some things can't be held up for paintings.
No, exactly. No.
If the baby's coming, the baby's coming. So
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. Well, it'd be a lovely present to her, along with the birth of her whatever she's having. So,
I'd be really happy to receive that if someone done one for me. But my garden, the back part of my garden is very nice, but it's a bit darker because it's got so many trees in it.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, well, absolutely fantastic. Love that. So, and will you be doing, or have you done already, a poem or song about this painting as well?
No, I haven't. I don't tend to do them for commissions, although it does say on I think I said on my website that you can request that, but obviously it's extra. So
yes,
I tend to do those about the generic buildings that I paint that are not commissions, and like those. There's a couple of houses. There was one in York, which was a very tall antique shop, and it had a haunting story behind it, which was a great one to do. And then there was the Titanic. I found out something about two men that narrowly missed catching the Titanic to work and saved their lives, basically. And I wrote a song about that. Yeah, so it's more the sort of things I'm doing that are not commissions.
If anybody's watching that would like a commission, a painting of their house, their garden, or as a gift for someone else. Oh, Steph says she loved the Titanic story.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know you watched it. And also I do narrowboats too, in case you got. If you live on a narrowboat, I can do that as well.
Yeah. Well, after the show, Rosie, when you've got time, it may not be tonight with Folk Group, I know, but do put your links in the comments afterwards. So if anyone wants to get, and talk to you about a commission and with a song or poem to go with it.
Yeah, they can have that too if they want it.
Then they'll know how to get hold of you. So,
excellent.
And especially being busy, I know you've got some more commissions in the pipeline at the moment as well. So any space for commissions up to Christmas, or have you fully booked?
I haven't got that many at the moment. It's been very quiet this year, but this one is actually it's for someone in Australia, but the house is in England because her mum lived in England and she wants to get it for her mum because her mum's selling up. So.
Right. Yes. A lovely memento.
I should not have said that. Never mind. They won't be watching this one because it's a Wednesday.
But you never know who's lurking in the background watching these things.
No, that's true. Have to keep it quiet.
Chris says, Titanic story, very interesting. Did you know there was a songbook containing all of the popular songs that were played on the Titanic?
No, I didn't. No. Actually, perhaps I should. Yeah, well, that song I wrote went really well at Folk Club. And yes. Because it was funny because one of the guys that goes, he had met some people when he was on holiday, and they were directly linked to one of the families I sung about. That was so weird.
Oh wow, gosh!
Yeah, it's the same name. It must be,
Yes, yeah. So I guess a slightly unusual name in that case.
Yes, it was. Something good. Podesta, Alf Podesta.
Oh, right. Yes,
which is not
certainly
the most.
In this country, it's unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I've never heard it before, that name. But... So what are you up to then, Fiona?
What am I up to? I've got Kingston on Saturday this weekend. The weather, I think, is looking quite decent. So
I think it's better. It's quite hot, actually, isn't it?
I do quite like a bit of warmth, not too warm, but especially at Kingston because our little corner is the coldest corner in Kingston.
Yes, I remember.
So a bit of warmth is good news for that. And then I'm part of the committee that's on the Association of Sussex Artists, and we've got our annual exhibition coming up next month from the 19th to the 27th, and that's at the Drill Hall in Horsham. Anyone down this way, you'd be very welcome to come along. It's free admission as well. We normally have at least 200, sometimes as many as 300 paintings there. Normally really good standard of work as well. So if anyone would like to come along, that would be very welcome. And then I've got the Contemporary Arts Fair at Sandown in September. So I'm trying to get everything organised ready for that, because September,
that's a biggie.
It's just under 2 months away now, and that time is going so quickly. So I've got to really get organised for that. I want to have some more cards printed ready and things like that as well.
Yeah, I was just going to say, have you got cards?
I have some, but I would like to get some more done. And I also did calendars last year, which were really popular. Not at the art fair, because I didn't do that one before. But they were really popular. So I need to get something organised on the way of calendars before the fair as well. And I don't know if you've seen any of the shows with Skylar.
Yes.
Yes. She's actually coming over at the end of September.
Yeah.
She'll be here for just about all of October and doing various shows around the country. So, you know, people, if you're interested to see Skylar and her poetry in the flesh, then just either drop me a line and I'll put you in touch, or just, you know, follow her. You know,
she got some
comments as well.
Tour dates and where's she going?
Yes, and I don't know how she's going to manage it. She's got a really punishing schedule. It's amazing, you know, from all over the UK and Ireland, and it seems to be like, my goodness, you know, just really full on. So luckily I am going to get to meet up with her, which is fantastic. And if I can, I'd like to actually get to one of the shows as well, because it'd be wonderful to see it in person. You know, the atmosphere is always so different when you're actually at an event.
I wonder if she's coming around with Hertfordshire.
She's actually going to be based in Hertfordshire for at least a few days, so I'm not sure what she's got happening there, but I think she will be putting the details out very soon, so look out for that. Skylar J. Winter, that's Wynter. So if anyone wants to check her out on Facebook, please do. She's a lovely girl and writes some amazing poetry as well. So there's that happening as well. The book I was hoping to have by the end of this month, with the paintings and poems, including some of yours, Rosie. But it's the publisher had a couple of health issues, sadly. So it's going to be next month. But keeping my fingers crossed, it should be ready for the art fair, which will be wonderful. Have some there. So there's that happening as well, which is really exciting. I'm looking forward to getting hold of a copy of that, and maybe doing some book launch events somewhere somehow. Haven't got that organised yet. Until I've got a definite date for having the book, I don't really want to push ahead with anything too definite on that at the moment. But yeah, just keeping very busy. This one is a new painting I did a couple of weeks ago now, it must be, and back to a seascape, which was lovely. I do like the sea and the oceans, as well as my trees and mountains, and so
is it based on somewhere specific?
It's loosely based on Tenby in South Wales. From on my photos and sketches from there, but it's, if you held it up in front of the actual scene, you might think doesn't look quite the same, but I'm not trying to. Whereas with your commissions of your houses, they need to be that house, or when I've done portraits, they need to be that
person or animal.
But with the landscape, I like to just let it happen a bit more and just take its own path a little bit. And sometimes you want to add something in, and other times you want to leave something out because it doesn't really help the picture. It doesn't fit with the painting. So that's a recent one. I did post it recently. I did for the art fair, little 8x8 canvas, which they ask all artists if they'd like to do it, to do a painting. They provide the canvas, and it's to donate it to a sale, the exhibition for the Prince's Trust, which helps young people and, you know, helps to give them opportunities that they wouldn't otherwise have. So I did one for that. So that's all done now. Another tick off my list of things
to do that, isn't it? I did that at the church one last year. We had one at our local church that that was the first time I'd ever done any kind of exhibition, and I put 6 things in and sold 3 of them. I was really happy with that.
Excellent. Yes.
On top of that, they did that same thing that you had to do. I think it was A5, and it could be a painting or a paper or canvas, and I did just two kind of like little housescapes.
Yes.
And they both sold, and that was £25 each for charity. But
excellent.
I think they made about £5,000 for the charity, so it's pretty good going.
Wow, that's excellent.
They had so many things. There was and then kiddies had done it, and little families taking part. And you didn't know what you were going to get. Basically, or did you? No, I think you could choose it. Actually, but you didn't know who painted it. That's right.
Right.
We weren't allowed to put our names on it.
Well, I think the Contemporary Art Fair, they did say how much they'd raised, and you know, from all of their different fairs with artists donating work like this, and it's a very substantial sum. I think it was something like, no, certainly in 6 figures, but I can't remember.
It's very good
hazard a guess, but so as well as, you know, helping artists to get their work out there, helping people have the opportunity to go and see lots of work all together to see what they would like, and, you know, to buy work directly from the artist. They're also doing, you know, raising money for charity as well, which is excellent. You know, it's so lovely. So let's say I got that one done as well. And it's never quiet, is it? It's never a quiet time.
No, and this time last year, I suppose we had come out of lockdown, hadn't we? But working, because I work in 2 different coffee shops, and there was a very quiet period where, you know, I'd have an hour. Well, I'd be sitting. I could read a book. I could advertise my work on Facebook. That's all gone now. That's all gone now. There's no sitting around now, so there's definitely less time for me to do much art at the moment. But hey ho, that's it. When you need to make money, you need to make money. So
absolutely, and we just have to think of ourselves as lucky that we do have those opportunities to make money, and a lot of people are
nice little job.
So Well, Rosie, I know that you have to get off quite sharply tonight to folk group to sing your songs. So thank you so much for coming back on. Thank you everybody for joining in and watching and making comments. Hope you enjoyed the show. I know I thoroughly enjoyed Rosie's song. So if you missed it, please go and listen to it on replay. It's fantastic. So thanks ever so much, everyone. And I look forward to seeing everybody back next Wednesday, 7 o'clock UK time, for another Poetry of Painting. Nearly forgot what I was going to say then. Poetry of Painting. I should know that by now. Steph says, thanks both. And Chris says, great show as always. Thank you. Well, thank you, Steph.
Thank you very much for watching, guys.
Thanks, Ritesh, and everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.